Right now, you are using infrastructure a French company built. The cables carrying this video across the Atlantic. They laid them. The equipment routing your calls through 40 countries. They made it. You've never heard their name. That's the problem. France is rebuilding from the war and makes a decision that will shape the next 50 years. The state will not wait for markets. It picks winners, funds them directly, and protects them until they are dominant. They call them national champions. 85. Merger with Thomson Telecom makes Alcatel the world's second largest switch manufacturer, overnight. Next, they acquire ITT International, making them the #1 provider in Germany, Spain, Belgium, Italy. 1991, it lays TAT9, the first fiber-optic transatlantic cable, 11,000 kilometers. By 1995, $29 billion in revenue, 196,000 employees, France's second largest company by market capitalization. They're untouchable. But somewhere in Shenzhen, a retired Chinese army engineer just incorporated a company with $3,000 in starting capital. His name is Ren Zhengfei. In 10 years, you'll understand why that matters. 1980, France launches Minitel. Book train tickets, look up the phone directory, access information online. A full decade before the web exists. 9 million subscribers, profitable, functional, a genuine achievement. In 1991, while Alcatel is laying TAT9, Tim Berners-Lee publishes the source code for the World Wide Web. Free, open, built on IP, a protocol American engineers have been developing for 15 years. Minitel runs on a different protocol. Alcatel sees the internet coming. Its engineers understand IP, but it also has a network generating real revenue, a government shareholder that doesn't want its investment devalued, and a CEO with a fraud conviction about to destroy the company from the inside. Meanwhile, Cisco, Nortel, Lucent, Ericsson, all building on IP. Every year Alcatel delays, the gap widens. A 3-year technology gap in telecoms is a full product generation. By the time the next CEO arrives, Alcatel is already fighting a war it doesn't know it's in. 1995. CEO Pierre Sward is convicted of corruption, fraudulent procurement contracts with France Telecom. 3 years in prison. Alcatel reports a loss of 25 billion francs, the largest annual loss ever recorded by a French company. The board brings in Serge Churuk. His plan? Go asset light. Sell the factories. Outsource manufacturing. Keep only the patents, the R&D, the ideas. On paper, it's the strategy of the digital age. Apple will do the exact same thing a decade later, with enormous success. At Alcatel, it appears to work. Market cap climbs from 36 billion to 100 billion euros. Churuk is on every magazine cover. The transformation feels complete. But the strategy has 3 silent flaws that no one says out loud. 1. Selling factories means losing the ability to innovate on hardware. Cisco keeps its factories. Ericsson keeps its factories. Huawei, that small company from Shenzhen, is building factories. 2. Asset light only works if your patents stay ahead. If competitors close your lead while you're outsourcing, yesterday's patents become tomorrow's liabilities. 3. A €100 billion valuation, built on projected future revenue, is not a company, it's a bet. In March 2000, that bet gets called. The Nasdaq crashes. In 18 months, Alcatel loses 90% of its market value. 2001, 30,000 layoffs, then 10,000 more. The production capacity is gone permanently. Huawei now has $2 billion in revenue. Alcatel has 31 billion. A ratio of 1 to 14. Comfortable. But Huawei mandates 10% of all revenue into research and development, written into its founding charter, non-negotiable. It opens research centers in Germany, Sweden, India, the United States. It recruits engineers from Alcatel, Ericsson, and from the wreckage of Nortel. By 2005, Huawei overtakes Alcatel on African and Asian contracts for the first time. The signal is clear. Under pressure after the crash, Alcatel's sales teams begin paying government officials in Honduras, Malaysia, Taiwan, Costa Rica, and Ivory Coast to secure contracts. In 2010, the U.S. Department of Justice concludes its investigation. Alcatel-Lucent pleads guilty. Fine, $137 million. The reputational damage in exactly the markets where Huawei is advancing is incalculable. 3 things destroyed Alcatel. 1. Being a national champion in a market that stopped having borders. State protection creates a specific kind of blindness, the belief that size is a strategy. Alcatel never had to learn to compete on equal terms. When Huawei arrived with nothing to lose, Alcatel didn't have the instincts. 2. Optimizing for quarterly markets in a business that runs on decade-long technology cycles. Every factory sold improved the margin that quarter. Every outsourcing decision pleased the analysts that year. The stock went up, executives were celebrated. And with each decision, the company became slightly less capable of competing in the world that was actually arriving. 3. A culture where the truth couldn't travel fast enough. Not because people were dishonest, because the structure of the organization transformed urgency into nuance at every level it passed through. The engineers knew, the board heard something softer. Now here's the question that should make you uncomfortable. Right now, the biggest companies in the world are racing to build artificial intelligence infrastructure. The investments are staggering. The valuations are extraordinary. The pattern is identical. Enormous capital concentrated in a small number of dominant players, protected by moats that feel permanent. The companies building AI infrastructure today feel exactly as permanent as Alcatel felt in 1997, as untouchable, as essential.